Verse 8 declares the present reality. God reigneth over the heathen. God sitteth upon the throne of his holiness. Psalm 47, verse 8. The verb reigneth is present tense. God's rule is not in the future or past, but now. Over the heathen identifies the scope of his reign. The word heathen means nations or Gentiles. God's rule extends beyond Israel. Every nation falls under his sovereign authority. No people group exists outside his dominion. This truth challenges human pride. Nations may ignore God, but they cannot escape his rule. God sitteth upon the throne of his holiness adds a second declaration. God is seated on his throne. He is not pacing or anxious. He reigns with calm authority. The throne represents his sovereign rule. The phrase of his holiness describes the character of his throne. God's rule flows from his holy nature. His holiness sets him apart from all creation. God's throne is not like earthly kingdoms, corrupted by sin. This verse establishes two truths. First, God's reign is universal. Second, God's reign is holy. These truths stand firm, regardless of human recognition. Nations may rebel, but God still reigns. Rulers may defy him, but his throne remains secure. This declaration provides comfort to believers. God has not lost control. Verse 9 describes the gathering of God's people. The princes of the people are gathered together, even the people of the God of Abraham. For the shields of the earth belong unto God. He is greatly exalted. Psalm 47, verse 9. The princes of the people refers to leaders and rulers. These are not common people, but those with authority and influence. Are gathered together describes their assembly. This gathering is voluntary. The phrase, even the people of the God of Abraham, identifies who comes. They join themselves to Abraham's God. This gathering fulfills God's promise to Abraham. In thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. Genesis 12, verse 3. This gathering anticipates the church. Believers from every nation join the people of God. Paul writes to the Ephesians about Gentiles who were strangers from the covenants of promise, but are now made nigh by the blood of Christ. Ephesians 2, verses 12 to 13. The psalm looks forward to this reality. For the shields of the earth belong unto God provides the reason for God's exaltation. Shields represent protection and military might. The phrase, shields of the earth, refers to rulers and their power. All earthly authority belongs to God. Kings and princes derive their power from God, and no ruler possesses independent authority. This truth strips human pride. Rulers may boast of their strength, but their shields belong to God. He grants authority, and he removes it. He is greatly exalted concludes the verse and summarizes the entire psalm. God stands above all. His position is supreme. No one rivals him, and no power threatens him. He is exalted in his holiness, in his sovereignty, and in his glory. The psalm ends where it began, with the call to acknowledge God's supreme reign over all the earth.